Hey, hello guys, this is Leary here, and well, this is chapter 1 of the play guide I'm making right now. At the moment, I'm building up this account. So just to make this clear once again, I'm not making this account just to show you how to actually build an account. I'm making this account to start farming shards for my guild, Zen, and it's actually my mission to farm for Druid and then just farm for the shards for the guild. So that's why I'm building this account. That's also the reason why I use 3 legendaries. So yeah, but first of all, this episode is going to be about resources, and the main 2 resources being honor badges and shards. This right here is really important, the honor badges. As I told you in the intro, honor badges come in daily, but I have saved up a lot, so I don't have to worry about those for a while. Probably till they all hit 60, then I have to choose between 4 of them, and I'm going to show you that as soon as they hit 60. And I need to worry about shards, which you can find here, and I have 138 right now, and I'm of course going to farm for this monster right here, which actually is a really good increase on Angel, because Angel only heals 1 ally and Druid heals multiple allies. So let's look at my heroes. I have all 5 alive. I have my magic in my relic hall. So let's first make sure, of course, that these army camps are training at their full force, because having guardians around is really useful. They soak up a lot of damage and you just have a lot more survivability with them. So let's set this at work, and let's show where I'm farming shards at this current moment. So we have dungeon 2, and then we have this dungeon, skull dungeon, 4 shards. And while there are multiple lines on this dungeon, it's a really low level dungeon, so it really doesn't matter. You can drop at Angel if you have a single high DPS hero, which you can drop as soon as Assassin comes in. You can drop right here if you have really tanky heroes, and you can drop around here if you have a lot of area of effect and ranged heroes, because that means that you will have time to kill Assassin. And that's actually what I'm going to do now. So I'm zooming in right here. I'm using Angel because Angel has revive, so Angel is going to tank. Then I can drop all my guardians, have a couple of them die. I don't care about that a lot, because I rather have guardians die than my heroes, and just walk through this dungeon really easily. So you could see that Assassin didn't really do any damage because she was hitting my guardians. If I didn't use guardians, I had to use restoration, of course, because my Thunder God probably would have taken aggro and I would have got to save Thunder God. And let's do the dungeon again, because that's what shard farming is about, doing a single dungeon which earns you a lot of shards over and over and over again. So it's all about just making sure that you get your shards, and it's a really tough grind, because shards, on the contrary of honor badges, are hard to earn if you don't work for them, because you really need to work for those. For honor badges, you just need to wait 100 badges is true waiting game. So let's drop my restoration right here because Snowzilla is taking aggro, and you can see that because Snowzilla is really tanky, he takes care of Assassin quite well. And that's also the reason why you can see this line is actually working quite good for this specific set of heroes, because Assassin really isn't a threat on her own when your heroes have time to actually gather around, get some energy up, and all kinds of stuff like that. So of course you can farm legends with shards, because the druid is 1800 shards to buy, as I already showed you, and when you buy druid you get a random talent and you can hope for good talent on him. But you can buy a lot of legends, not all of the legends, but you can buy most of the legends with shards. You can buy Paladin, Champion, Succubus, Druid, Ninja, Thunder God, Atlanticor, and Reaper with shards. So Paladin, Champion, Succubus, Druid, Ninja, Thunder God, Atlanticor, and Reaper being a lot more expensive, but you can buy those with shards. So if you want to get one of those legends, you have to farm for them in respect to shards. You can also farm for the other legends, but that's a lot more luck based and a lot more work, because you can actually farm gems, and how you can farm gems is through Tapjoy, and I'm gonna show you the Tapjoy section as soon as I finish this run on the dungeon. And at the Tapjoy section you can earn gems, and you have bigger offers and smaller offers, but they all earn gems. And with those gems you can roll for heroes, and each time you roll for a hero you have a chance to roll a legendary, which is it's a 5% chance to roll a legendary, and that is any legendary. But to roll specific legendary at the current point you have only a 0.4 chance, I believe. So that's really small, but there are momentarily 3 heroes which are gem only to roll, which are Snowzilla, Pumpkin Duke, and Cubit. They are all seasonal heroes and are all way more powerful than the rest. So here's the Tapjoy section, and you can actually see that the number of gems represented are the gems you earn when you complete an action. Some offers require you to call someone or buy something or just download an app. It ranges from a lot of different stuff. So if you don't want to buy anything, you can just download apps. It takes a lot longer to farm for gems that way, but I shouldn't be bothered with it. So that's how you farm gems. Let's do our last dungeon run because we need the shards, of course. And again, the same line: drop angel, drop the rest. And as you can see, this dungeon is going really easily, but that's probably because I'm a bit over leveled with my heroes. They are all level 50 and the heroes in this dungeon are level 52. However, The levels in the dungeons shouldn't scare you too much because you can farm dungeon 8 skull anything right there with just 120 heroes, while dungeon 8 has 178 and 180 heroes in it, so shouldn't scare you off too much, I think. So let's make sure we have our guardians again. Little nasty soldiers with their mustaches and their ponytail. Looks really ridiculous, but come on, they're just so funny to watch them run around, aren't they? Yeah, so let's go on to a couple of raids because I want to level my heroes a bit more, of course. Which is why you are raiding, is mainly because you want experience, which is another resource which is really important. And besides experience, you also get gold right over here, which is probably behind my webcam image. Mana, which you can also see tick up. Honor badges, really small amount of honor badges, but when you do around 100 raids a day and earn 4 or 5 honor badges each raid, that's damn a lot actually. So it's around 400 or 500 honor badges you can earn with raiding if you are a true hardcore raider. And if you are a true hardcore raider, then you probably earn more honor badges than normal starting player. But mostly why you would raid is because the experience you're gonna see right here is 900 experience, and when you get to a higher might, that is going to go up a lot. And the secondary reason you raid is to get gold and to get mana and a really small amount of honor badges. It's still worth it though. So let's see what can I do with my gold. I can upgrade my walls, or I can build new walls because I have 10 walls sitting, and I can build those too because I can't build them. I have my vault and my tower working, so I'll build them later, but I have 10 walls right here, which I'm of course going to build because they help me in here the monsters. But first of all, another way to earn shards is with baby monsters, and I don't think I showed you last time, but I have been farming with A from level 30s already with this particular setup. It's a really crappy setup actually, but the way I have set it up means that all my heroes are focused together. A lot of the troops have to walk around. I actually had this tower like somewhere more outwards. I think I had it like this, yes. So I had it like this before, and the tower was over here, and this would mean that when troops attack the walls, my angel would fly over and attack those troops one by one, pick them off, and because it's wave A, angel can actually one-shot almost everything, even though it's angel. And when they still would break through, they would attack angel, and angel has revived, so angel could actually survive at least 2 waves, probably 3 waves. So angel is a really good tank to use right there. I used Snowzilla and Engineer at the edges because they are both ranged and both area of effect, so they would take care of anything getting close, and then Champion and Thunder God right here in the middle because they needed to survive the most to deal with the dino, because when you have them at the end, they can stun the dino and just finish the dino off that way. But it's a really good setup if you have any hero that is tanky enough and ranged to take Angel's place right here. And the rest is tanked by buildings, of course. So if you get into danger from any of these sides, so like from this whole side would target on this mana vault, this whole side would target on this mana vault, and the back would target at the gold vaults and town hall, and the front would always target either this hero base or Angel, and they would either try to walk around if they spawn at the right spot or just try to break through, and most of the time they would split off targeting different walls each, and then Angel would pick off at least the full wave before they break through to both layers, if it's wave A1 or wave A2. So let's just run. I can't run it, I have guardians in my camps. I'm such an idiot. I can't leave guardians in my camps when I want to do Hybrid Monsters A, because when you do Hybrid Monsters A with trips in your camps, that means that you're going to have something be stuck right there. So I'm going to wait till they are all dead probably. And I'm going to speed up that piece, I think, just to show a couple of raids. Oh, screw that. So we have already 34 kills. And we get free gems. It's another way to farm gems, by the way. Just do your daily tasks, as I told earlier. They offer you gems, which is awesome. Let's fight those guardians. I really want hammer dwarves. They are just so much easier to spawn. It's really not fair to fight level 20 heroes with level 50 heroes. They would probably be mad. And I lost my Thunder Guards. It sucks. Guess I'm not going to use him anymore. I've got 5 Guardians left, I think, so 6. So that's enough to do Hybrid Monsters A anyway. So let's just start it and let's look what is going to happen. So the first spawn is, it's at the top corner, and that means that the mass is going to stray off to all these buildings right here, which are just there to not be in the way, because if they are in the way It might just be that they get stuck for too long and I'm going to lose, not because I just can't handle it, I just can't kill them. So I don't want to get them to get stuck, because if they get stuck, I'm still going to lose, even though I would just have protected my base successfully. So Hero Masters is not about protecting your base, it's about killing all the heroes and monsters. And if you don't succeed in that, well, you obviously haven't won, so you lost. And you can see them get through quite fast. Actually, it's not as fast as Wave G would do or something, but it's relatively fast still. And now you can see them, they coming from the full opposite corner, and now they are targeting the walls, and some are even going to walk around, which is really weird, by the way. Probably because they are melee, which means that they don't have much trouble. They probably estimate that they would take longer to actually break through the walls, which I don't really understand, but it's probably logical. So now just hope that Marksman is going to break through quick enough, which he probably is, because Marksman is one of the better ordinaries. Not as good as Engineer, but screw that. Marksman is really hot girl, I think. Which actually is controversial too, because why would she be called Marksman when she is a girl, right? So this spawns right here, and that means they are targeting the Manifold right there, but they aren't getting any chance to kill the Manifold, of course, because my heroes are level 50 and theirs are level 10, 9. These are 13, but they are still not going to stand a chance. They are probably getting through this gap and then target that tower, maybe Angel, but I think Angel can handle. She's the tough lady, having revive and healing herself for like 1700. It's 1700 again, 1500 this time, and 1500. Look, she didn't even die. And that's a nice thing about having a healing hero tank, actually, because that healing hero will charge up energy from each attack she receives. So each time Marksman or Hill Giant or any hero or troop attacks Angel, Angel will gain some energy, and the more energy she gets, the more heals she will get off, which means she has a lot of survivability, even though she is an ordinary. I mean, who would have guessed, right? So this is wave H5, and you can see that Dino being really scary. Although still just level 10. But you can see that Dino will have to need a lot of hits to actually go down. So that's the champion going to stun, but it's not the Dino he is hitting, and it's still over really quickly. Level 50 heroes are just too strong, I guess, for the Dino. So you can see this base, it doesn't work too great because they break through these walls, and I think that Final Hour made a video on how to probably set up a Town Hall 7 defense, but I really didn't hold me to that design, because what the problem is with my idea of this base, of this account, is that I want to keep my might low so that I don't want to build more than one tower, and I'm going to show you what that tower is going to be about probably next video, maybe after that video. As soon as he hits advanced and as soon as I get my druid, I will show what this tower is going to be for. So that was here monsters. Let's build some walls because I need to sink my gold. Let's first of all just get them in a straight line so we can level them to level 4 really quickly, because you can level a full row of walls in one time like this, and to level 3 to level 4. So I'm going to put all my walls in this corner so that they won't have the tendency to break through as quick anymore as they would normally do, because now there are more walls right there. Oh my god, it's a miracle. Can't show you how it works right away, right? No, I can't. So now I've shown you how to farm shards and where to farm shards for. No. Druid. Get Druid first, then get Thunder God. Always this order. Druid first, then Thunder God. Why first Druid, then Thunder God? Because Druid gives you a lot of survivability. Thunder God just gives you the power. But you can get the power from other heroes too. If you need the survivability, Druid is the only hero that can offer that kind of survivability. So, because Druid is a unique hero in what he does. You need to get Druid first, then get Thunder God. After you get those two, it really doesn't matter. You can either go for Paladin if you want to raid better, you can go for Succubus or Ninja if you want to do good in Arena, or you can just do Champion if you want to be okay in Arena, okay in raiding. I do have 150 shards. Am I going to show you what you can do with those 150 shards? I'm going to show you what you can do with 150 shards. So you can also, instead of just going for the legendaries, you can buy slimes like this. Now I got myself really awesome slime. It's gelatinous champion. Okay, so he gives 3000 skill experience when sacrificed, and no, you can't put him on a hero base because it's not a hero, it's a slime. Who the fuck would put a slime onto a hero base? What you can do with a slime is consume him to a hero, and yes, I'm going to consume him to engineer. Like this. You've picked some high grade heroes. Are you sure you want to consume them? Of course I want. So now he gets 3000 experience, closer to the next skill level. He's now 2 out of 9, and his next skill level is going to be 3 out of 9, and he's only 2000 experience away from 3 out of 9. Now you can also buy smaller slimes. The mid sacrifice gives 600 and skill when sacrificed, and this one 100 skill. So that 2000 experience you can get from buying this one 3 times and this one 2 times, because 3 times 600 is 1800 plus 2 times 200 is 2000. So I only need 100 shards more to level his skill up, and that probably will add a lot of damage, which will help me in farming Hb monsters and farming raids, which probably will help me farm faster. So that's shards. Now honor badges. You can get honor badges through a couple of things. First of all, it's Arena. This one is of course the most obvious one. You can get at least 50 honor badges an hour if you are rank 100,000 or lower. If you get higher, so let's try to see if we can actually get higher than this, or if we at least can get a decent example of getting honor badges from a fight. So I'm going to walk in this extremely much stronger team than me, as you can see. Maybe I'm even going to defeat him because my champion is just stunning and stunning and stunning, and I'm going to win this. So yeah, if you win an arena battle, which you're going to see right now, is you will get 40 honor badges an hour, or just 40 honor badges. And if you win one time an hour, you're gonna get 40 honor badges an hour. Above the 50 honor badges an hour, or 60 or 70, depending on what your rank is, of course. But most of the time when you start an account, you're gonna be ranked around 50 honor badges an hour or 60 honor badges an hour. When you get a bit further, you can maybe hit that 70 an hour. But even if you would lose, you would still earn like 6 honor badges. So let's see if I can actually get a good example of that. So here we kill the shrine, 40 honor badges. So that's that. Now let's see if we can get a decent example of losing and then getting 6 honor badges an hour. So right here we lose, we get 6 honor badges. So even if you lose, you still get honor badges. So what's the best strategy in arena to earn the max honor badges? Well, just don't put in a defense like this, or maybe like this, because that will mean you will fall down a lot and you can actually climb up a lot more, mean you have easier battles, and easier battles mean easier wins, and easier wins mean easier honor badges. And if you are in 50 honor badges an hour or 60 honor badges an hour, that's not gonna matter a lot if you fall down, because it will mean that you can win more, and win more means more honor badges. Another way to earn honor badges, of course, besides raiding and arena, is boss battles. I can't show you that at the moment because I'm not here, but the challenge was successful, and that would mean that everyone who did damage to the boss gets 1000 honor badges. That's more than you can earn in arena in half a day, and if you're lucky, you can get that in half a day, of course. That would mean you are high in arena, or have dropped so much that each win you, or each battle you get, means a win. And there's this last option you get to buy honor badges. Hey, there's a gem bonus. I can't buy gems because I have spent too much already this month. But you can buy 1000 honor badges here, 50 gems. I'm not going to buy it because I have enough. But if you buy this, you can not buy it again for that day. So you can only buy it one time a day. So if you are planning on increasing your honor badges a week in advance, then you have to keep in mind that you can only buy it once a day. So you actually have to plan ahead of buying those or not buying those. But it's 50 gems for 1000 honor badges. It's not ridiculous, but yeah, it's a way to get honor badges, I guess. So let's see how long we're going. 34 minutes. Okay, so I guess I have to end this. I will paste on quick speed up of an earlier video I recorded just to show an in-between gameplay of when my heroes were around 40, and this was it about shards and honor badges. Next time is going to be focused on how to raid and how to do dungeons. See you later, guys.